One STWINGARMADA, subbed as Prime, says hello from Belgium.
End of line.
Lord Who says CHER 100 PE stream started. Quick, someone get smelling salts. I'm fainted in shock.
End of line.
Jiggles subbed as tier 1 and says 2 years yo.
End of line.
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be using the. Oops, caught on something here.
Prime says this is a test of the emergency detox system. Beep, 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 beep! Exclamation point. This concludes this test of the emergency detox system on Tech Tangents.
End of line.
We're going to be looking at my GPIB USB-HS thing, because I think I heard that the module for that for Linux was inlined into the main Linux kernel. So it should be a lot easier to use now. So I'm looking for... Okay. All right. We're gonna have to fix that. Okay, let's look at this. So, hey, look, it's a computer. And, whoa, look! Crazy audio routing nonsense. Whoa, that's bananas, but this is broken. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to close this, which will break the deck talk. And now I need to open QDRAC control here. I need to start this, start it again, stop it again. Now it's fixed. Yeah, close it. I don't really care. And, oh, I forgot to close. Well, it might work. Let's find out. Oh no, that's going to replay a lot if I... How many did we set the buffer to? I don't know. Let's find out. Hope it wasn't that many. Wait, did it only keep that one? All right then, sure, whatever. Okay. So, let's go over that. Wait, are we not hearing anything? Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. Hold on, graph. Quit. Yes. Reopen.
Emergency detox system on Tech Tangents.
End of line.
Says who's this joker? He looks familiar and I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks.
Okay, it's catching up.
CHER 100.
End of line.
My Halo subbed as tier 1 and says I have not seen the studio this clean in the time I have subbed. Wow.
End of line.
FN00RT subbed as tier 1 and says ah.
End of line.
Lane subbed as tier 1 and says test.
End of line.
Chlorocoon subbed as tier 1 and says quick. Stick some fingers up.
End of line.
Blackage subbed as tier 1 and says has it been 432 weeks already?
End of line.
All right, let me go through all of the amazing donations here. First Swing Armada, thank you for the Prime sub and for 8 months there. Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits.
Holy drats, the drawer is even closed.
End of line.
Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Digital Ice Age, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 24 months there. Nakalak, thank you for the Prime sub and for 33 months. That's this many. 2 thumbs up there. Let's see, page up. Ben, thank you for the 100 bits. Mighty Halo, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 13 months. That is that one right there. Thank you very much. Fnord, thank you for the 22 months. That is that one right there. Thank you so much. Lanesy, thank you for the 32 months of tier 1 sub there. Chloe, thank you for the your fingers work 12 months there. Thank you. No. Wait, that's 16.
As Prime and says hello.
12.
Hello. This is your Tech Talk speaking. Who are you and what have you done with Shelby's filing system?
End of line.
Blake GJ, thank you for the 18 months. That is 16 and 2, 18. Aw, yeah. Dziak, thank you for the Prime sub and for 21. That's that one right there.
I told you to stick some fingers up.
End of line.
Cobb,
RUSTYCANUCK subbed as Prime and says
end of line.
Cobb, thank you for the Prime sub and for 25 months. Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Rusty Canuck, thank you for the Prime sub and for 4 months there. Okay, I think I am caught up. I am. Alrighty. So, I may have made a couple of changes to some things around here, which I suppose I should address. That is the workbench that was formerly over there that had the...
End of line.
Hiram, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 35 months there. I appreciate that. All your own fault. You're getting 2 weeks worth of resubs at once. Yeah. The AT&T computer, I know, it's pretty good, isn't it? At some point, we really need to get back to that. Anyway, yeah, that's the bench that was over there that had all the 3D printers and random garbage on it. For a while, I've actually been wanting to move it back here because I feel like it makes a lot more sense for a handful of reasons. One of which is that I can now do this. And we'll have an additional workspace to use back there. I can take this, flip this around here, turn it on so that it actually shows something. Switch to that there. Whoa, look at its stuff over there, but it gets even better because I can come over to here, hit this. I said hit this, and bam! Look at that!
Much organized, very well.
End of line.
Nakalak, thank you for the 100 bits there. Oh yeah, I have a display right down here. Oh, I guess I could just show you. Yeah, I have the Dell tablet right there. So we have a fuzzy blob there. Oh yeah, the ultrasonic cleaner, all my cleaning fluids. The one 3D printer I've decided I'm going to standardize on using exclusively from now on. And then work surface area for other miscellaneous tasks. Oh yeah, also if I want a whiteboard, I can now get the camera way closer. So that's going to be nice. But I can walk back over here.
3D subbed as tier 1 and says the 27.month club. Should I be worried?
End of line.
Hit this here. Frostbite 3D, thank you for the... Wait, I may have misread some people's months. My apologies.
Prime and says hi everyone. Choo choo.
End of line.
I think there was a difference between contiguous durations of months and the actual total number. So I may have messed that up. My apologies. But Frostbite, thank you for the tier 1 and 4, 27 months there. I appreciate that. And Wesley, thank you for the Prime sub for 32 months. Thank you. Okay. Wait, are you actually going to use the ultrasonic cleaner? Oh, I didn't agree to that. Also, all of the hoses are kinked, so I think I'm going to have to get some L tube runs to be able to make it like actually usable, because yeah, the hoses, they haven't held up well. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, did some of you notice a thing and potentially a reason that I may have moved a whole bunch of stuff around? Because, I mean, yeah, I don't typically just do that of my own free will. So I'll address this. So that is a 65-inch plasma 3D TV. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy and excited about this thing. I love it. It's incredible. I've been after a plasma, and especially a 3D plasma, for years, and it finally clicked. Everything came together to get one. So in order to, actually fit that here, I had to rearrange everything. But I've been wanting to do this for a while anyway, so yeah, it just worked out. So yeah, can't believe that deal started in freaking August. Yeah, no, it took forever just to get this one, but also just for in general stuff. Oh man, 60s Coke fountain, cool. Don't blow a breaker by running that. Yeah. Oh man, this is a VT30, so it's a 65-inch VT30, Panasonic. Yeah. One of the best plasmas ever made. It's actually fantastic. And yeah, can't overstate it's 3D, which is insane. But yeah, that's going to be a later video. So we're not going to worry about that for right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off, which is probably going to break audio again. So be prepared for the deck talk stutter. So plasma in the living room, 40-ish plasma, extremely burned in, not 3D. Ooh, burn in sucks. Yeah, plasma is weird, I'm finding out. So, okay. Bet your radio reception is great with the plasma right there. I don't listen to radio, so it was wonderful, but it died. So from what I have read, there is a power supply board in these that can fail, so I'm going to be keeping an eye out on that. Don't well done me, didn't carry that piece upstairs. Yeah, that was, whew, boy, that was fun. Oh yeah, by the way, that is a 135-pound television. Don't buy a plasma. Just don't. They made a 50-inch version of that TV. I really wish I found that one instead, but nope. But yeah, anyway, ST Plasma Sure 3D is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll give you a preview of the video. I was hoping that the ghosting would be a lot better on this because it's from that era. If you guys remember Futurama, they advertised like the fake 800,000 hertz TV or whatever. That comes from plasmas having a basically sub-frame refresh interval that was supposed to help with motion smoothing. And by motion smoothing, I mean the reduction of it. So I was kind of hoping that ghosting wouldn't be as bad on this. It's actually way worse than the Sony PlayStation 3D display. But, oh well, there's not a whole lot that can be done about that. Yeah. So, yeah, this is 600 hertz, by the way. I didn't actually say it. DZAC is right there. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. There are other aspects to all of the cleaning and such. One of which is, I mean, it's so nice having the ability to put the camera arm over here. Holy moly. So here we have the workbench at an angle that'll actually be way easier to film workbench stuff with. So yeah, we have all of the space cleaned off. And I still have one more problem to solve. So not everything is perfect and right here. I have spent a lot of time trying to rearrange things to be better. So these are tools and components down here, but I would like to get some kind of better storage solution here. So I'm actually thinking about getting a proper like garage style toolbox, because this is 48 inches wide across here and 30 inches tall. You can get some toolboxes that would normally have casters, take off the casters. They would fit in there. So I'm heavily considering that. But anyway, so we have better workspace and we have a better ability to actually use the workspace now that we have more room in here. Just to give you an idea, okay? This corner alone here, okay? The wall back here, okay, this was here before I moved everything around, which meant that had the rack shelf thing, that, okay, effectively right here, which would take up space in front of this. So effectively, where this is right here over didn't exist because I couldn't easily use it. So I was losing out on a lot of space there. Now I have more space to the side that's actually usable because it's a workbench surface, and this is usable, and the whole surface is usable. It's just a massive amount of work and workspace retrieval, just getting it back. So yeah, underneath I need to get some kind of toolbox for, yeah, kitchen cabinet, yes. I really want a toolbox kind of thing down there. So I used to have a set of plastic drawers, like the Sterilite drawers or whatever. They collapse under the weight of the kinds of things that I put in there. So I need something that's more heavy duty. That's why I'm thinking garage toolbox, because plastic drawers are just terrible. And I want bigger storage than something like, hold on, I have an example right here that I can get to more easily now. Don't know that I've even ever, this is not ideal. I still have to figure out how I'm going to filter things through here, but this kind of thing where you have all of the individual tiny drawers for parts, I don't really want a ton of those, at least not yet. I'm currently thinking more along the lines. These are all screws, by the way. That's what's in all of those screws and other weird miscellaneous hardware that used to have meaning, but over time has lost it. Here's one of the fans from the 10 gigabit Ethernet cards. Anyway, I would like to come up with something heavier duty than that for storing things.
CHER 100, it started to return to normal.
End of line.
So yeah, that's the goal. Anyway, Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Now Shelby isn't going to be moving soon. He feels like he needs to bring lots more heavy stuff here. H2 Overdrive, OG Dragon's Lair cabinet. Ooh, Dragon's Lair is close to meeting the threshold for me to want one. I don't know that I would actually bite, though. I think I may have passed on one before. H2 Overdrive, I mean, obviously. But yeah. Last week was no stream because of office cleaning. Yes. So last weekend is when I bought the plasma. And then I had to get it up into the office. And that required destroying everything. Oh, yeah. Here's the other part that you haven't seen. And one reason why this has taken so long, okay? Look how clean that is. I got extensions on everything for this camera to do that. I'm not done. Far from done. So that is a pile of cables. It's about 3 foot by 3 foot there. All of that was removed from this area. And it's all still fully functional. Okay, that was the amount of extra technical debt in cables that there was around here. All right, just to give you an idea of how long we have been like doing random weird projects and things. Like, oh, let me just throw this in here really quick, and then the cable, you know, it's like gets left behind and it pulls down. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, that's an idea. Also, here's the other side of this, okay? The space where that workbench is didn't just like come out of thin air. That wasn't there before. So previously, you'll notice the HP 200 is right here. That was previously right here. And now this table that it was on is turned sideways. I mean, I rotated it at 90 degrees and it's slightly overlapping the other table, but it gave me back the L-shaped workspace that allows me to have the 8-inch drives for imaging there, which I really did miss. So I'm happy to have that back. But yeah, overall, massively beneficial improvement. So everything you don't need, yeah. Oh, man. So yes, a lot of disruption happened in the organization of things to get this all like ready. So it's not done. It's really not done, but the workspace is usable now. So, oh man, love the system. Why I love that system so much, you don't know? Because it's so weird and functional. Came out the same year as the IBM PC and absolutely blows it out of the water. That's why. Now, no excuse not to work on bigger electronics. I didn't say that it like magically made more space like that. I just mean it's like good now. So anyway, it's not done, but phase 1, gate complete. Yes. Like this whole workspace here, the workstation, it's not usable currently. I mentioned that all of the cables are there and everything was fully functional. I didn't actually remove any cables from that. So there's probably more that's going to be pulled out of there. So, oh yeah, there is one more thing that I can't actually show you. And that had to do with the weird stuff with the audio here. So let me bring this back. Not that. This. Okay, so that thing that I was using, not notifications, this here. Okay, so all of the audio for the stream is now being routed through a Digi 002 rack audio interface. So this is a multi-channel input FireWire controlled audio interface, and utilizing, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but thanks to Pipewire, it's actually possible for me to cleanly route all of the audio here. So that's what's going on over on this side. So these are a pair of stereo inputs. So over here I have a 3.5 millimeter audio cable that I can extend to get into a computer or whatever. So I have stereo audio in, and then up this one here is the deck talk, which is a mono instrument channel, also line level. I have it going into the stereo output on there. Now this is an imperfect solution because to make a long story short, this thing's from like 2002, I think. It was designed to basically have DRM as a plugin in Pro Tools to only work with Pro Tools. So you would fire up Pro Tools and then this thing would have a literal light that would turn on that says, okay, I found Pro Tools. And then it would show up in that only. So it's really difficult to use. Some very cool people figured out how it worked by sniffing the driver communication packets, and they kind of got it working on Linux. What happened earlier when the deck talk just got all choppy was I don't remember exactly what QJack control calls it. Let's just look at this really quick. It's either the frames period or the period's buffer that gets messed up, but the default values that Linux assigns to that are bad. I need to figure out how to set those at the driver level because this uses SND underscore firewire underscore digi 00X as the mod probe driver for running this thing. And I need to figure out how to configure that on boot or else it just won't work correctly. But anyway, I can use, look at this mess. This is what Pipewire is doing in the background. This is hilarious. But yeah. So that's how we're doing multi-channel audio now, and getting some good stuff in there. So yeah. Oh man, frames period is buffer size. Yeah. Remember using old AVIG gear? Been pestering you Saga to help you fix the Novas? You don't need to do that. So let's see, is Wire Plumber in the way? It may be configuring that. I don't know. So, the way that I'm being really bad the way that I'm getting it to work right now is I run Jack D with ALSA as the front end, and then it configures the hardware and then I stop Jack D, which then releases the also hardware interface back to Pipewire, and then it is functional. So yeah, it's real great. Oh man, syscontrol user status wire plumber. Sure, we can check that really quick. Let me just do this back to here. Okay, usually just use cheap USB audio adapters. So the reason I want this is because we used to use this stereo audio mixer for everything. I really, really like these, but I kind of wanted it all in the computer because I can't easily show this. Here, let me just take a picture of this real quick. So just right over here, okay, I'm just gonna take a picture, okay. Click. All right. Over there, underneath this work table right here is this whole stack in a new rack. So we have the VGA capture computer, the Digi 002 audio interface, and then all of the VGA capture hardware all in one rack. The idea here is that this is one like grouping of hardware that can do everything. So integrating the mixer into this is kind of really, really nice. So that's the goal there. I can also show you the horror that is the wiring on the back. It's truly awful. This took me, I think, 4 hours by itself to do. But I've been trying to do it really smart. So I have all of these HDMI keystone jacks here. So we have the output from the computer. We have the HDMI scalers outputs here, the HDMI scalers inputs here, and then the Decklink Quad HD is broken out to here. So the ATEM is connected to one of those. The touchscreen monitor is connected to that. It's a whole thing. Can't see, turn off the screen capture. Ah, you guys, and you're wanting to be able to see things. All right, so take two. This is the routing back there. Why is it going again? Do I not have a delay on this? Anyway, this is the cabling. Oh. Anyway, in case you didn't see it, this is what the front of the rack looks like. So this is what is driving the stream. That's the stream VGA capture computer. That is the audio interface that we're using. And then all of the other hardware. So the idea is that everything is all integrated into the rack, and trying to get it into like a really solid, complete thing. So having the mixer part be built into that is really nice. Now, one problem, I'm gonna have to bring in like VSTs or something, it turns out, to actually do mixing, because it turns out that Pipewire can't just like change the volume levels of things on the fly. So yeah, the actual mixing part's kind of a problem. So Linux can VST, yes, because the DLL API is very fixed. Just depends on which version of the VST, but yeah, there are Linux endpoints that can wrap that essentially. But yes, Linux can VST. When the stream was first starting, you may have heard that the deck talk was a little too loud. So I literally walked over there and just turned the knob down. That was how I got it to not be as loud. But I would like to figure out how to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, Shelby auto-tune. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, 132 simultaneous call me coming through. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was a delay on that, like it can only be used once every 5 minutes or something. But we'll have to figure that out. Just fire up a DAW and mix it that way. So I was actually thinking about using Ardour. If you go way back into my videos, I think I talked about this. I used to use Ardour with Blender using Jack D with a transport lock between them for both editing video to have audio and effect processing handled in Ardour, but I would also use it while recording, and I have a USB foot pedal that I had synced into the Jack D transport so I could start and stop stuff. So while I was filming, I would have my USB Marantz MPM 2000 microphone in my face, and then I would use the foot pedal to start recording with Ardour. Anyway, yeah. So I have tried Reaper. It didn't really click for me. I liked Ardour more. Anyway, Mr. Chunkier, do the phone call. Have we ensured there is sufficient ventilation for the rack so it doesn't give anything? Ah, yes, that's the other thing. So the sides of the rack are completely open. That was the whole goal of the rack rebuild. So yeah. Did you hire a cleaning service? No, it was me, and that's why there was no streams last weekend. So, thought I watched most videos. I would miss your radar. So I don't think that I covered it specifically, but there is a video on how I edit with Blender. I don't remember if the Ardour stuff was mixed into that. But the older videos were done like that. So, yeah. Use a roll in W30 as MIDI controller. Have fun. Yeah. So, let's see. Ever try a pet for this? I'm not sure what you mean. Pet's not going to be able to...
It says what a beautiful looking stream. It's very sharp. CHEER 100.
End of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits there. Discord P, software, Nord lead 2. Discard SP. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay. Wow, I can feel that I didn't stream last weekend because my voice is being destroyed already, and we're only 30 minutes in. It's gonna be a long day. Causes the occasional flash of gray. I think that is the H265 stream being interrupted. We are still streaming over LTE. It's a slightly weirder setup now because I put the LTE modem not in the rack, but on it, but under the table. So it's rack adjacent. And then I have the antenna stuck to the ceiling right there. And that may cause issues. I don't know. So most importantly, Nail Store's coming to town. Yeah, I don't know that I'll end up going to that. I'm not a big concert person, but that it is awesome. I have a decent USB Behringer mixer. Had to replace main PSU caps recently. So I'm trying to avoid doing anything with hardware for this setup. So all of my VGA capture hardware and stuff. So like here, I can just show you this. So if I bring this back and then maybe remember to even leave it there or put it back, I can control all of my video capture hardware right here. And the idea was I can also control my audio capture hardware like this. So that was kind of the goal, was to be able to do that. Rather than have the hardware mixer. So that is why I've switched to the Digi 002R. So being able to automate some of that is cool. Yes. That's another thing. We may... I'm actually incredibly tempted to look into the switcher control software that allows you to control the ATEM. Because if I remember correctly, it's written in Python. And it might be possible to take out bits and pieces of that code and turn it into an OBS plugin to allow me to control the ATEM from OBS. I'm very tempted to do that. And then the other hardware, not the Digi 002, that one's a nightmare, but the Extrons can be controlled over just like curl, basically, if I remember correctly. So that should be easy to wrap in Python too. So I might make a Python plugin that lets me control all my stuff. So yeah. We're banned Python ATEM. ATEM switcher control is not obnoxious. It's not amazing, but it beats firing up Windows. So, okay. Let's see. An external is plain text serial telnet protocol. I mean, when you connect over serial, I have them connected to my network. That's how I'm able to bring up the web interface. So, does suck, but the external protocol is trivial enough. That's what I understood. So. Okay. You can have the Extron OBS control Extron too. Yes. That's what I'm hoping. All right. Speaking of OBS and things, so What I would actually like to do today, and we are going to have to spend some time figuring out, did I unplug my USB GPIB thing here by accident? Let me double check that. It has been very difficult to ensure that everything gets plugged in. I did unplug it to the right stuff in this rack. It's very difficult. Anyway, okay. Here's a thought that I have, okay? So previously, we have used Python with, I don't remember what library it was or whatever. Let's just pretend it was PyVisa. I know it wasn't PyVisa, but just pretend with me, okay? We used that for controlling my test equipment, mostly for the capacitor reforming. But before that, we made a cool little widget that in the upper left of the stream would show readout from this, my HP 34401A. Now, I want to have that as a feature on the streams all the time, but having to go over here, flip the switch to turn on the multimeter, and then go over to the computer, configure the thing, bring up the web interface, all for this, but then maybe I also want this to have the same thing, and I got to go over and configure all that stuff, kind of is a pain in the butt to manage. So I had a thought. What if I create one script that can basically run all the time, and it tries to query my GPIB devices all the time, but when it gets a response from them, it brings up a web like window box thing here and starts displaying the values that the device has. So this, you can just read the voltage and current on. So these are pretty easy. This, we're probably never going to do GPIB with because it's a nightmare. But this, we can get SCPI commands to read the data from. I've already tested before. Generally, the 34401A is kind of complicated because it has its own front panel for controlling things. One moment, I gotta flip this around because the cable is like just annoying. Write an OBS plugin for it. No, because I want it to be web-based. So this thing has commands that allow you to read what the display is and what mode it's in. So we're currently in millivolt DC mode, or yeah, DC measurement mode. I can go to like resistance measurement here, frequency measurement, you know, continuity, whatever. I want to be able to read the mode and then read the display. But the problem with this thing is that it gets put into a remote mode, which locks out the interface. That is unique to this device with how it works. I'm pretty sure everything else that I have here doesn't do that. And why I'm saying this makes it complicated is because this one, you have to put it into remote mode, query the display, and then put it back into local mode, and then write out your display data to whatever stuff's going on. So this is the difficult one because I still want to be able to just interface with this manually, because the whole idea here is that I can just have the script running in the background. And then when I turn on the 34401A, my script will identify that it can read data from it and then bring up the web dialog here. So, but yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I would like to do. So, need timeouts to avoid locking them up. Yeah, so on the 34401A, the way it would work is basically every like 3 seconds, it would quickly put it into remote mode, read the display, and then put it back into local mode. And then what I'm thinking is if I try to read from it like 3 times, I assume it's off, and then I make the web display like fade out. So
David Phantom says this is from Sanity or Madness. One script to rule them all, one script to find them, one script to bring them all, and in the HPIB find them. CHEER 100.
End of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits, and good call on removing the punctuation marks there. Yeah. And Ben, you're giving it away, but all right, fine. As Ben's pointing out, so being delivered today are actually 2 HP 3478A multimeters. So that's 2 more multimeters. They are the predecessors to the 34401A because I've wanted a second 34401A for, I'm not kidding, a decade. But they still go secondhand for the same amount that I paid a decade ago.
CHEER 100 bit says penance for the spoiler dot.
End of line.
Thank you for the 100 bits. So I really didn't want to spend another $300 on one of these right now. So I want an auction for 2 of this thing's predecessor. The only difference is that I think this is 7.5 digits, maybe it's 6.5, and the other one is just 1 digit less. Basically the same elsewise. And I think the interface is different. Is the bench DMM? I know it is, but like nothing has dethroned it. Like even China hasn't made something that's like, oh, it's basically the same, but cheaper. No, it's that. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we got 2 more multimeters coming. They'll be identical. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to handle this yet, because here's the thing that's, this is like a really dumb, like, point to make here, but, you see all my wonderful test equipment here. We have the HP 16500C, HP 6632, and the HP 6633. The HP, well, actually it says Agilent, but just pretend it says HP 6624A here. And then we're going to have the 2 HP 3478 multimeters. They're all the same cosmetic style. And then there's the 34401A.
End of line.
Lenaheim, thank you for the tier 1 sub there and for the first time. I appreciate that. So I'm thinking about booting the 34401A to down here, or have it be floating over on the open bench. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting the 34 whatever nonsense 78s over here with that, and then moving this. But yeah, we'll figure that out, because we're gonna have everything be matching here except for that. Anyway, here's the other thing. I didn't mention this. So why more multimeters? I got one there. I'm good. And if I got like the 287 here, I want the ability to measure with GPIB, current and voltage at the same time. So I need 2 multimeters. I mean, theoretically I could do voltage with that, but ugh. So I would rather spend the money to buy another multimeter than learn how to do it on that. That thing's awful to interface with over GPIB. So yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, need one of these tripod paint jet. Oh no, I think I kind of know what that is. So let's see. Oh, it's so nice having the touchscreen. I can just open links. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I want one of those. Yeah, that would be sweet. Wait, does that work with my HP Series 200? Because it looks very similar to all that stuff. I mean, it probably would, just because probably sports like HPGL or something. But yeah, so really love the styling of late 70s HP, late 80s test equipment. Yes, yeah, it's really good. Okay, comes in a GPIB version. GPIB scope in the mix. I mean, technically the 16500C is, as is the Tektronix TDS320 you gave me. Here's the thing. What do I do with the GPIB scope? Because you want to read in the data, right? So you're going to get like a bunch of sequential voltage readings or whatever. It's going to be really hard to actually make use of the data. So I don't know if it'll do like calculation stuff and like I can just read in the frequency of the hertz or something. So I don't know. I don't know that I'm ever going to connect a scope, because it sounds a lot more difficult to define what I want to do with it. GPIB scope sends hard copy of the screen to the GPIB printer. Oh, okay. So the 16500C can do that as well. It could probably connect to the, I don't even slightly remember what the model number is, 2671G thermal printer. I bet it could send the full display of that over there. So it's like you expect nobody to have ever written a project for this before. All right, go look Go see if you can find a HP 16500C GPIB interface or a Tektronix TDS 320 interface, because as far as I'm aware, nothing exists for it. The 16500C in particular, everyone thinks it's got X11. It can be, remoted. They get one, they try it. They find out that the frame buffer hacks that are used to draw the traces mean that you can't do that. And then they're like, well, that sucks. And then they go and get a 16700 or something more modern. So I don't think that there is a big crowd for the 16500C. I realize that the A and the B would also get roped into this, but yeah, so I don't know. Used to use a Mac 2C to interface with this stuff. Ooh, that's an unusual one. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen a GPIB interface for a Mac. That is pretty sweet. I have a serial one that could obviously be used with anything. And then I have the USB one, but then I just have like GPIB computers, native HPs. So yeah. All right. So at this point, we need to start writing software because that's going to be required to do what I want to do. So 3 GPIB cards with Macintosh SE. That's crazy. That's cool. Oh man, I need more water again. I'm talking too much. Oh man. I'm just looking over everything. This was a lot of work. It's really nice to have the biggest part behind me now. Try to keep this stuff kind of organized back there. So, water, not coffee? Yeah, because my throat is, yeah. Don't worry, this one was coffee. It's just all gone already. Distinct lack of coffee maker. Yeah, because it's over there. I haven't decided what's going on with it yet. I need to remove the redeem. The other one's fine. No. All right, let's look into the GPIB drivers, I think. So I'm going to bring this out so that I don't have to crane my neck. Quite as weird to look at it. You know what? That's not working out as well as I had hoped. Ooh. No, I was going to say, I got a dumb idea. I could just use the plasma, but let's not do that. Oh, whoa, if they're headed for the trash 1010, I would definitely be interested in them. Absolutely. Okay. Let me bring up the video capture again here. Boop. All right. So the first thing I want to look into, yeah, definitely 1010. I would appreciate that. Let's look into the GPIB driver. So, I think controlled coffee machine when I would be way, way too interested in that. All right. Linux and GPIB underscore USB underscore NI. Was that the module? No. All right. So, there we go. No, that's the, we'll just do it this way. Linux driver. For those of you who may not have been here at the start of the stream, so my actual goal for today is to take this thing, which is a GPIB-USB-HS National Instruments USB GPIB interface, and I want to use it with Linux to control all of my test equipment. I've done all this before. It's not foreign to me. However, the driver for the thing is kind of a pain in the butt. And I think it got fully mainlined into the Linux kernel recently. So I would like to see if that is true. So what was, NI USB GPIB. Okay, I had it completely backwards. So that is the module there. So let's look at ls mod here and see what we have loaded. So first off, I will How about I just do this? Because this is the window you're supposed to be looking at for me. Do you assume Ubuntu having a new enough kernel? So I think this happened a while ago, but we'll find out. So, because I'm not totally sure. Wow, there are like a lot of modules loaded. Dang. Holy moly. So this is the modern Ubuntu. I forget exactly what it is. LSB underscore release dash A. Yeah, 2410. So this is the one that's running Wayland and Pipewire and all that stuff. So if there was a Ubuntu that's going to have this, it's going to be this one. So let's just, for giggles, grep digi. So here you can see the FireWire module that is running the audio interface that we're currently using. So saying drivers of the GPIB adapter are integrated right into Ubuntu. I believe they are now, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's do the search. GPIB. And no. Okay. Let's look this up. Linux GPIB drivers, because I swear I read or heard something about this. Let's try. Where's tools? Tools. grep ni. Yeah, we can do that. Ni, although I feel like it's going to bring up a bunch of stuff. At least nothing directly relevant. Are they available from ni? Oh, no. So these are third-party reverse engineered drivers, essentially. And they do exist. They're out there. I could compile them and install them, but then they're not DKMS, which means that every time Ubuntu updates the kernel in the background, I have to recompile and reinstall the drivers. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I would really like it if they were just inlined into the kernel directly.
Shield subbed as tier 1 and says hello all and happy Friday.
End of line.
JW Shields, thank you for the tier 1 sub there and for 12 months. I appreciate that. Linux drivers don't work with the fake NI USB GPIB adapter. I mean, this is the same one we've used before, so it should be real. Anyone try the Arduino GPIB USB serial interface and utilize use the console to send the command string to the bus receive data? I have not. Vintage Project. That would probably be the way that I would recommend most people go about doing this. I just happen to have 2 of this USB adapter, and I have a National Instruments serial to GPIB converter. So I would probably go that route myself, but if anyone else wanted to get into this stuff, I would highly recommend the GPIB Arduino adapter, because I think that you could just slap onto the back of the devices themselves and then just pretend they're serial. So you have a genuine one. We checked when you got it. All right. So I do actually have a second one we haven't checked, but I suspect it's also genuine. Looks like kernel 6.3. Paul Guy, could you post the link where you found that information? Because I was about to start searching for that. So uname -a. Can I type uname -a? So, oh my gosh, so close. Okay. Well, following changes, GPIB, remove unnecessary messages. Lots of changes this merge cycle, drivers removed and added. Anyone has this hardware? Holy moly. He told me. Ubuntu's great, shut up. NI_USB. Yeah, that looks like it's probably there. Okay, fine. Yep. Not only some USB ones, the USB one that I have right here. Windows is the best. Yeah, if you want to get sucked into National Instruments' own ecosystem, yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, I know, Paul Guy. Yeah, Linux kernel naming or versioning is stupid. So yeah. Okay. Sudo apt update. Do you have that Arch system still installed? I do not. Let's just see. Maybe they pushed 6.13. 103 packages we upgraded. Oh, cool. App list upgradable to see them. Okay, let's look at this. What's the worst thing that could happen running this while we're like live? Holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. And PCI GPIB driver that's also included in the TNT. That's for Windows, right? Yeah, I am very much looking forward to having it mainlined. That will be really, really nice. Where's the scroll bar? Here it is. Okay, so Linux firmware. No. Okay. Oh, it's also in the 6.13 kernel. So I could put the NI GPIB-ISA, no, PCI. Is it PCI? I don't remember now. The one that I have in the Inwin H500 case that I use to emulate the drives for the HP Series 200. I could put that one in the HP Z820. Ubuntu Linux 6.13. Also, when was this? Okay, actually, that's pretty recent. That's more recent than I realized. That was 3 months ago. So I kind of don't blame Ubuntu for not having that in there. Wait, when was 6.13 released? Wait, it was not released 2 hours ago? What? No way. I didn't know it would be that new. Well, okay. Man, that stuck in my brain so hard. I swear it was like way older than that. Okay, never mind. It's almost as old as the stream. Yeah, really. Okay. Yeah, everybody have their kernel updated today. Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. I wonder, are they mentioning GPIB stuff here? GP. How dare you? GPIB. One moment, I gotta blow my nose. Well, okay. That's hilarious. All right. Okay, so question. Do we just stop now? Because I wonder if should we wait until that we could actually like get this on this computer? Now the stream starts on there's some kind of issue with the H.265 encoding. Yeah, anyway, do we wait until we can get this kernel on here to start this? Because time to learn how to compile and install your own kernel. Yeah, I'm almost tempted. Because I would really like to never install the, the one from here. There's nothing wrong with this. So the Linux GPIB stuff, wherever it is. I think it's this one, right? No, I don't know. But yeah, this. I would love to never compile and install all of this myself because it's just going to make life harder once we get 6.13. Offers compiled mainline kernels. Just build from source. Used to be a way to switch Ubuntu kernel to a newer build with UI. Even can't find it. Might need. Okay, 5 days ago here for 9 to 5. 4 days. All right. There you go. I was already asking. Need Ubuntu kernel latest version after upgrade. Kernel rebooting. Something went wrong. I don't care. Stream not happy. What's the deal? Output. Here. How can I hold this up? Of the table. We'll see if that makes the signal any better. It doesn't look. I don't think I can this at all. The only thing I could do is potentially lower the resolution, but I don't think that's going to help signal integrity. So, tell you what, tomorrow we'll relocate the LTE modem to outside of the new streaming rack, and get it closer to the ceiling towards the outside. It gets a better connection. Okay. So they got release candidates for 6.13. They don't have official yet, it looks like. I've released fiber from office to home. Yeah, I wish I could get good internet. Long. Because I got to stick every single ad in there. GUI. Just show me the GUI one. Use a GUI. Why is this not X? Okay. Deb file. Ubuntu mainline kernel. Oh, okay. Intrigue. Okay, so based on your previous link, I probably want to try and install 6.13 because it is release candidate only. Yo's like 10 years old and still used, so you know it's good. It pains me to think that GNOME 3 is that old. Like, ugh. This is so bad. Anyway, I want to know what happened with this person, why their stuff broke. Why is the computer... Firefox is cranky. Oh, that was a thing. Okay. Slowly getting to the point about... Okay, currently released kernel versions, latest release. For work, send help. I'm sorry. That is awful. What do you want, eBay? Delivered. Okay, I got more multimeters now. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I needed to do more vocal warm-ups before today. Holy moly, my voice is really, really bad. All right. So we could install. Trying to think about how we could do this. So we could attempt this right now. I got this out and then I didn't drink any water. Do we want to try upgrading the kernel right now to a release candidate to try and get native GPIB? The stream will go down either for a very short time or for a very long time, depending on how it goes. Just keep it back up the original kernel. It will automatically, as long as I have enough space in the EFI partition or whatever it is. Let's see. What is this? No. Bad KDE. This used to be a shortcut to the partition manager. That's annoying. Now I gotta go run it like a normal program. So far, I don't like a whole lot of what new KDE has done. Think wait until it's slightly less new? Nah. Anyway, FAT32, it's 100 megs. We got a space for one more at least. We're not gonna compile it myself. That sounds awful. I mean, we can install this. This is fine. At least see what it says the options are. Sure, let's see if Discover will actually install this, or if it'll complain, oh no, we can't install it from some outside thing. Oh, it's scary. Dude, why gotta ask for the password like 12 times? I mistyped it. Launch. All right. I really hope these are listed in descending order, because if it puts the earliest possible Linux kernel at the top of this, that's a pretty bad design. It does not. Okay. It does not have release candidates, though. So even with this, we cannot install 613. Go to settings. Oh, is there? I'm stupid. There it is. Done. Oh yeah. Penguin's red because he has had an honorable battle with his foes. You know that's a good sign when that it in these candidates that's missing. look at how to recover. It's in the tutorial too. I mean, basically, don't you just pick the older kernel to boot with? And then you just purge it if it doesn't work after? Roll back. So yeah, advanced options, and then boot the older one, and then yeah, that's basically what I figured. Okay, let's do it. I'm like, it's timeout on Grub long enough for up to date Ubuntu. Had to extend it by a lot on Fedora. Pretty sure it is, but I don't actually know. Anyway, oh no, my finger slipped. Ah! That can't be it. That was too fast. Should avoid the release candidates. Pass. Okay. Download. No installable kernel specified. It said it was installing this, though. Is it saying it can't put that in there? Is this like text size? Okay. What does a lock mean? What's the PPA button do? Let's find out. It opened the you found. So might have to enable the repo RC kernel. All right, let's find out. Network. Mainline. I mean, that looks correct there. External. Super user authorization. Well, what don't we want like GK sudo? Is that the problem? Because it didn't ask. That might have been what it was. Actually, there's probably a KDE version of that, but I don't know what it's called. So we'll just try GK sudo. Hide failed or incomplete builds. Yeah, we'll probably leave that. Okay. Install. Install? Hey. Oh, there's nothing in there yet. Oh, okay. Well, RC1 it is. Never mind the fact that they decided release candidate wasn't it. What is today? Today's the look in the bottom right. Ooh, 24th. Ouch. Okay, that's a little more data than I would like to use, but oh well. I was kind of hoping it was on the previous cycle still, because then it would have used up the data that I didn't use from streaming, but instead that's just gone. You know what I could do? There's a button here for still. I should put the shapes background on there. So then when I'm doing like video capture like this, GK sudo not found. Sweet. Well, that was fun. PK exec, is this a thing? PK exec ls. That is, in fact, a thing. Okay, we'll try that one. Okay. Take 2. Please don't have to re-download it. Oh, come on. It's a still image, not an animation. You see the full width, right? Pretty sure. Stand for a bit. Oh, there's also a button for just black. I didn't realize that. Surprised that doesn't hide the small view. All right. Let's make bad decisions. Actually, if it's just a deb file, why did I use the GUI? No. Do I like Linux more than Windows? Yes. I forget the exact date, but we'll just say I have not run Windows on any of my main computers since 2011. It's Friday night. You're experimenting with RC kernel. I've already made bad decisions. I like how I spent all this time getting all the streaming stuff set up and working, and now we're going to break it. Losing all your data? There is no data on this computer. That is the whole point of the streaming computer, is that it is isolated. There is some stuff on there that I would have to rebuild, but it's not going to be a big deal. Have you tried OpenBSD? I have not. Oh, it's building the modules. That's exactly what we want. Oh, man. It's going to be so nice having this layout now. It's way better than it was before. What point in the stream do we start questioning life choices? After we install this and reboot and it doesn't work. Will it be even better? It does work, but it doesn't have the GPIB stuff in it. That would be pretty good. Ooh. Maybe in mainline, but is enabled by default. I don't know. You have the mail around it was mentioned there? What do you mean? Staging driver for RC1. So it should, following changes since commit. RC. So that switched history to the normal view. So I think it's I've never tried to run a bleeding edge kernel, but I've never had a reason to. This is an actual quality of life improvement. So it'd be really nice to have it work. I've been using Firefox for 6 years now, and yet there's some really good stuff in Firefox now. There's some stuff that really sucks. Here's a nice one. If you install the containers plugin, you can have this, and I think you can make custom versions of these, but I basically only ever use 2. Then if you want to have separate cookie sessions for different websites, you can have them like that. It's like having different browser profiles, but you can run them in the same profile. It's pretty handy. I really like the containers feature. Twitch is its own container? Yeah. It's like Facebook and Google sites. I can definitely see that. I haven't gone that far. I use different containers for different Google accounts just because trying to switch between the different accounts does not work out that well. Oh, are we done? Mainline done. Depackage process update. DKMS. Error, one or more modules installed during auto install. What? Yeah, everything works up the one thing you wanted, yeah. Wait. I think it failed on the NVIDIA drivers. Or did it fail? It failed on the Black Magic drivers and the NVIDIA drivers. Ooh, the Black Magic ones might be a problem. I don't know how long it'll take them to update their kernel drivers. Well, Paul Guy installed Linux image unsigned. Post initially subprocess return to error. I'm pretty sure this means that it will have aborted installing the kernel, and it's not going to be there. Although it says installed. Do we try rebooting and see if it works? LS boot, that's not a bad idea. And by LS, I'm just going to, browse. Wait, no, root. Boot. Well, maybe? Well, I think it was just wrapping the deb install carefully off stream. So you're saying you don't want to find out right now, wait until after stream. Because that is the thing. I cannot reboot this computer live because this is the computer that is streaming. The server will maintain the stream and I'll be able to reconnect after the computer reboots. But I feel like there's a good chance that it's not going to be able to boot into 6.13 here. I'm guessing it's broken. The 0 bytes is only this sim link. Stream from phone. I have tried doing that recently. It is broken somehow. So I don't know. I don't think I could do that right now. I could stream from my laptop, but I don't know. I also think it'll only take me like 5 minutes to try it, and then we can just find out. I mean, that's 5 minutes case. So, be quicker to list the things that are working as designed at the moment. I don't know. YOLO, just reboot. We'll reboot. Everyone's saying reboot. Let's find out. Okay, so here's what's going to happen, okay? This is OBS. I'm going to have to click stop recording here, okay? And then I will disappear. And then the computer, I'll reboot it. And then we'll come back. We'll see what's going on. Deck Talk audio is going to be broken until I get the also firmware, whatever nonsense fixed. Hopefully the Digio 02 still works in the new kernel. That would suck if that's broken. But yeah, okay. So, I am going to do a reboot here in 3, 2, 1. And we're back because it didn't work, unsurprisingly. So, yeah, here, let me just show you. On the reboot, it, default option. It didn't even list 613 as one of the advanced options. So yeah, nope, it did not fully install. We're gonna go ahead and do the uninstall process on the mainline whatever program it was. So yeah, yep. Oh well, let me fix all the stuff here really quick. Start, stop, quit. Yes, now the graph thing. Okay, that should be that running in the background, which means we should have deck talk, which I should rerun the deck talk program so that, you know, we actually get deck talking. Stream remote.
Deck talk is now online.
End of line.
Unfortunately, we're going to get
WINGARMADA subbed as Prime and says hello from Belgium.
End of line.
Lorcoon says CHGER 100 TE stream. Someone gets smelling salts. I'm fainted in shock.
End of line.
Digital is subbed as Tier 1 and says 2 years yo.
End of line.
Makalek subbed as Prime and says this is a test of the emergency deck talk system. Beep, 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 exclamation point. This concludes this test of the emergency deck talk system on Tech Tangents.
End of line.
Belgiumet says who's this joker? He looks familiar and I haven't seen him in a couple
so
of
much
weeks,
phone.
sort of way. CHGER 100.
End of line.
Why can't I move
subbed
these?
as Tier 1 and says I have not seen the studio this clean in the time I have subbed. Wow.
Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it?
FN00RD subbed as Tier 1 and says ah.
End of line.
Link subbed as Tier 1 and says test.
End of line.
Lorcoon subbed as Tier 1 and says quick. Stick some fingers up.
End of line.
Blackick subbed as Tier 1 and says has it been 432 weeks already?
All right. Oh, so close. Oh my gosh. Dude, we're adding that delay. Hold on. Let me delay. I don't know how I didn't have one to begin with. Thank you, Alan Croft. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Well, that time it wasn't intentional. There. Okay. All right, well, here's the thing. Okay. Oh yeah, I had to turn on the plasma because apparently that's the default display. So that's fun. I don't want to install the GPIB module on this computer if it can eventually get 613 and have it inline. So here's what we're going to do instead. One moment. Where is this thing? Oh, that's in a very awkward spot. Why are CRTs so heavy? Oh, actually they're heavy because there's a spool of Cat 6. Okay. One moment. Yeah. Go. Oh. No, don't. Okay, sure, you're on the ground now. All right. Whew. Okay. This is, excuse me, former streaming computer. I would like it to become current workbench or workstation. Because this is the Threadripper system that I was sent, that we water cooled. It would make for a pretty jamming workstation. And we can install whatever on it because it's not the stream computer. So I think we should do this. The HP Z820 is not going anywhere, but I would like it to become the secondary workstation if I absolutely must use it, because it's a server and it's not very nimble, let's say. So by installing anything I want on it, I mean, I'm installing Kubuntu on here, but then we'll install the Linux kernel modules directly. So we're probably not even going to get to that today, actually. Did I put the boot drive back in there? I did. Okay, good. So let's figure out how we want to do this. I'm going to grab my mouse and keyboard from over here. Or so I thought. Nope. Oh, don't fall back behind again. Okay. Keyboard. And a mouse, which has a ridiculously long cable. It's going to be cotton. Actually, that went really smoothly. Okay. Okay. Whew. Linux from scratch. Teaser for later in the weekend? I'm not sure what you mean. The Threadripper is kind of also a server, has a boot time. The other one, like 12 minutes to start. Like, it's ridiculous. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with the Ubuntu install on there. It takes way, way too long to start. I think it's a mix of the cards in the machine and it's a server. So I think the actual number is 6 minutes to fully boot. It's ridiculously long. It is way too long. So I would like to use anything else. So I'm just grabbing a IECC 13 cable from the pile TM here. So I have to install it explicitly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We will install the Linux GPIB driver on this computer explicitly. We'll also see if we can figure out how to do DKMS with it, because that's another thing that's really awful. Because I would like to wait for the actual streaming computer to get the kernel update naturally and then have it built in, rather than potentially break that by trying to mess with it ourselves. Okay, I need one more cable. For some reason, I put it away. I don't know why I did that. This is like one of the most useful cables I own, HDMI to DVI. So Fedora Rawhide, no. We're going Kubuntu. It's even longer backstage. All right. getting to flex some of the capture hardware here. Click and bam. Okay. Let's open the HDMI switch. Gonna bring in the VGA scaler. We're gonna set that to, is it 7? Should be EXT DVI. I wonder if you can name the inputs in the web interface. That'd be really nice. Okay. There we go. Button. Video capture. Alrighty. And you'll see that this does boot really pretty fast, considering it's server adjacent. Touch has been game changer for the stream. It is genuinely one of the best things that I've been able to get for it. I really, really like the touchscreen monitor a lot. Okay, so this is whatever we were running on here. LSB underscore release dash A. What are we running here? 2204 LTS. You know what? Close enough. Extron does let you name the inputs. So would the names show up here for this? Like this one, I would believe more so that it'll let me name those. But will the ancient one allow me to name these? Because I have a feeling not. Because I am running the two different generations there. Okay. Asus ROG dual AM3 motherboards, first big boy scratch build is glorious. This is still technically the only AMD machine I've ever built. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call this close enough. So let's install the Linux drive or GPIB drivers on here, which means I'm gonna want the thing unplugged. But I don't really feel like rifling through the rack again. So you know what? We're gonna grab the other one. How do we test these are real? Helen Croft, do you remember? So here is the second GPIB USB adapter I have. We're going to use this because I really, really, really don't want to unthread the other one from the rack at this moment. Or is it just real if it works? And basically that's it. Okay. Linux GPIB. It might even be, registers the serial number of the NRI site, see if it shows a GPIB adapter. Okay. Well, we'll just try it the hard way, see if it works. I need a network cable. You would be surprised how few of those I've actually found doing all this. Let's see, it needs to be medium long and not completely wrecked. You know, it's going to have to be this one. Okay. You know, I really tried to mount the network stuff in a network rack with part of the redos. It did not work. Well, many reasons. I'm just annoyed. So the router is currently on the floor under my workstation desk area in a very inconvenient spot. Because when you put a table in an L shape, you get a corner almost entirely useless under there. So I was trying to put the networking stuff there, but it just didn't happen. Okay. Fake shop's totally different device. Okay. Let's see. LS, USB, national, GPIB, something or another. Probably real enough. Okay. Whew. What? Why? That's weird. Why is Ethernet not showing up at all? Strange. Sure, why not? Okay. Actually, that might be kind of funny to look at. ETH tool. How do you install that? Sudo apt install ETH tool. Oh man, fans are getting excited. One downside to the new setup. Before, I had the reference monitor for the capture stuff about right here. Made it way easier for me to just look at. Now it's way up here, which I think it's better to have it there because it gets it out of the way. But it's not great. But I really was not happy with how you could just see like monitors previously. It did not... it didn't come across well. Okay, so we are this thing. So there's 10 gig just casually without even trying. Yeah, so this is a 10 gig card that's in here that is a ROG Asus specific one for this board. And I plugged it into the 10 gig port on the Netgear switch that I have here. So yeah, there's 10 gig. I can't utilize right now because I don't have anything else that does 10 gig, but oh well. All right, Linux GPIB. Let's look at this. What do you mean? I'm not a robot, Google. You don't have to worry. Jeez. That's a scooter, not a motorcycle. Those are all scooters. Fire hydrant, fire hydrant, fire hydrant. Okay. Okay. Did we download this already? Because I feel like I probably do have this on here. I do not. Okay. Congratulations, just trained Gemini. Yeah, I know. It's not like I have a choice. Source code access via Git. Here we go. Wait, Debian package is also available. Is that new? Oh, they just link directly to Debian.org. Pass. I'll just compile it. Although a Debian package would be DKMS, wouldn't it? You use a different search provider. All right. Linux GPIB. Okay, it did bring it up. I've genuinely never actually used DuckDuckGo. I just know that it's there. Hold on. Debian. Okay, well, they said that it's... Oh, Linux GPIB for Debian. Is this real, or is this some deb source? Dude, I don't really want to just plug an IP address into my apt file here. That doesn't seem like the smartest thing to do for both me as an end user and them as the host provider. Yeah, the WordPress site is long gone, Diego. So I'm just redirecting to the wiki. Because there's not like there's anything else. I mean, I guess I could have a redirect to YouTube, but that, Ooh. Debian packages are also available, but where? Are they on the source page, SourceForge thing? Dude, why do websites hate me so much? Is my clock wrong? It looks... I don't think this is working. Hold on, I have an idea. If you don't like me, how about me with a mustache? Yeah, that's what I thought, jerks. Okay. Yeah, oh, if it's not Google Chrome, then it's evil robots. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if there's Debian here. Dude, how do you get cool GPIB cables where the cable comes out at like a good angle? All mine suck. They go out like that. That's way better. Anyway. There's no Debian package on SourceForge. Well, I do appreciate you looking. That is disappointing, though. But where... Are they just wrong? Is there a Debian package? Should I just put that in there and just kind of hope for the best? I feel like this is wrong. But we'll find out. Debian package, isn't it literally like apt install linux-gpib? You would think. I don't think it's... I think... Well, no. Let me explain. You can have a Debian package that is not in the main Debian repository. So, for example, I have No Machine installed here, and you only get that as a Debian package by downloading it directly from their website, where they also host RPM and just like a tar of the executables. So you don't always get your deb files directly from there. Connection timed out. Who would have guessed putting a raw IP address in there would be a bad idea? So it's entirely possible they'd have a Debian package that I could just download. one thing we can do here is just see if this is still live at all. No 10G download today. Gotcha. That's the way the official GPIB site worded it. I think it was Debian's own repo. Apt Search Linux. You weirdos wanting to like actually use the tools. Apt Search Linux -GPIB. It won't be in there. Nope. How about just GPIB? Okay. So libvisa, Octave. I always forget Octave exists. One of these days, I will have to actually care about Octave. I mean, I really want to use Octave. It sounds awesome. I really want to mess with that now. Like, real bad. It is not even remotely helpful for what I want to do, but... What about flat packing a snap? I don't think you're going to put a kernel module in a flat pack or a snap. Anyway, it's not there. The reason it matters so much is if I don't get a deb package, then I'm going to have to learn how to set up DKMS. And I don't want to. Oh well. Oh, that's right. I can't view that here. All right. Git. Here we go. So can I just do this? Git clone. No. 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 I can look at that. Debian packaging of the GPIB library. Actually, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Didn't I? Linux GPIB. Debian. Oh my gosh, I swear I can type. It's literally the first link when you search on Google. Clone the Git repo, pull the latest commits, build the user part, build the kernel part. Why don't releases? Okay, hold on. Up. Can't you just build the deb package? Please? Wait, no, this isn't even it. Hold on. This is the wrong one. This is the same. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, hold on. Debian. Install libgpib-bin. I feel like we would have seen that. Or do you have to compile the stuff? Oh, wait a minute. This is Debian packaging. Is it? I'm not even sure what this is. These are the directions on how to install this, not how to package it. Yeah, because this is why it's annoying. There are two things that you have to install every single time the kernel changes, like even minor revisions. And stream time. All right. Okay, well, we'll continue this tomorrow. We'll use this thing. Oh, yeah, you know what I should do? Let me... System... mainline kernels. Let me purge the broken 613. Uninstall. Password. Oh, caps lock was on. All right. Well, we'll continue this tomorrow on this computer, get it set up for... Yeah, that's my alarm. I actually needed to know that stream ended and everything today. So, all right, we'll pick this up tomorrow. I really want to try and find a DKMS compatible version of this stuff and then get it loaded through ModProbe rather than having to manually start it every single time. Mighty Halo, I think... Were you the one helping me with the Connect X3 network stuff? Anyway, long story short, I think I can follow the same setup stuff that I did for that, where you put the MLX4 core kernel module in whatever file that was, and then basically it gets started on boot up every time. So that should work the same as the NI USB GPIB thing here, I'm guessing. So that I don't have to manually start that every single time, because that was one of the other annoying things, that I had to manually start the ModProbe driver, whatever nonsense. So, yeah, I would like to make it somewhat not awful. It could? Okay. Well, we will try that. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. So, but all right, I am gonna run the outro here. Well, thank you all for hanging out today. This was mostly just the introduction of the rebuilt set, of course. Gotta figure out a solution for that, too. Shade Tree Engineering, thank you for the gifted sub. The audio is, yeah, I need to figure out how to set the frames, periods, or whatever stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, new set, build out, really happy with it. I should turn off the 34401A before I forget. Should be a lot more functional. I'm really, really looking forward to that part. So, yeah. But thank you all for being here. Was good to be back after missing last week. I'm looking forward to exercising my vocal cords enough to be able to keep up with this. Yeah, that's it for now. So if you all enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow to be notified when I go live again next, which will be 20 hours from now. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But that's going to be it for now, and I will see you next time.